waterways, one unwelcome fish is threatening boaters and the fish that have lived there for years.
Years ago, they started introducing these carp into aquaculture facilities, fish farms. The idea is they would eat the plankton and keep the ponds clean. The problem occurred, though, when they had big floods. The waters of those ponds pushed into the river and the carp got out.
Asian carp not only disrupt the food chain, push out native fish, are a nuisance to boaters, but they are also extremely dangerous.
Yeah, this is about an average size silver carp. This is one that can hurt you when it jumps. If your boat's going 20, 30 miles an hour and this guy hits you, it's going to leave a mark.
The fish that is shown right now is a picture of an Asian carp, specifically a grass carp that I caught this summer. I caught this at my local fishing spot that I go to quite often. Within the last 2 weeks, I did some field research there, just locating the general area, seeing what's around at the vegetation, and seeing if there are any other Asian carp there. I noticed that there weren't that many, probably only about 2. Earlier in the spring when I went, when they were spawning, I saw, I would say, about 8 or 9 of them, and that was for a solid 2 weeks when I went there. In addition, I looked at the vegetation on the shoreline, which is what the grass carp eats at, and the vegetation has not been going down rapidly, but you can definitely tell that there have been Asian carp there eating away at the vegetation. Now, the big issue with Asian carp today is that they could invade the Great Lakes. Now, they would do that through different tributaries, and right now there are 22 current tributaries that would be good breeding grounds for the Asian carp that connect to the Great Lakes. If they get into the Great Lakes, they could have a detrimental effect on the fishing industry in that region. The Great Lakes fishing industry is worth $7 billion, and yes, that is billion. The reason that they'd have such a huge impact is because Asian carp, they don't have any natural predators in fresh water, so they can grow as big as 5 feet in length and up to 100 pounds. And with that, they're going to consume more food. They're going to consume more plankton and mussels and food that native fish would want. They could even run all the native fish out of certain areas that are vital to the fishing industry. As of right now, there are some barriers that are up on the Mississippi River and other tributaries, electronic barriers, so the Asian carp can get through underwater. However, the silver carp, they can jump over those barriers. They jump when boats are in the waterways because of the vibrations given off into the water. If something isn't done about this, I'd say within the next 10 years, we would see a rapid decrease in the number of native fish in the Great Lakes region. That include lake trout, salmon, and whatnot.